Yo, 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 welcome to the Lunchtime Special Podcast, Hit and Run, hosted by your two favorite heavy hitters, Ronan and Fearless. This is where real talk meets real life as these two powerhouses break down the latest in entertainment, travel, relationships, and finance. You know it's going to be raw, unfiltered, and straight up blunt. When these two get together, you better believe truth bombs are dropping and bars are being laid down. So grab your lunch, settle in, and get ready for 60 minutes of pure fire storytelling and hard-hitting insight on the events of today from their point of view. Buckle up, folks, sit down and grab your lunch. It's about to get real.
It's about to get real up in here.
Yeah, it is about to get real up in here. Yeah, because it's a real conversation right now we having. It's about real life situations.
In the words of my man Floyd, the disrespect.
Right. I got to find that soundbite, man. I'm going to chop that shit up because I'm definitely going to play it.
The disrespect.
So I just want to bring you guys up to speed on why we having this conversation. This rumor has been going on for a while. And unfortunately, it's for the first American quote unquote president, Black American president, and his wife, possibly going through a divorce here in the future. How we came across the story, it's been around for a while, since October last year. But Anton Daniels kind of spoke on it, so we're going to give him his credit. They brought it back up based on the fact that Michelle Obama has been MIA for the last two kind of like presidential events that as a wife, she should have showed up for. So me and Fearless were...
Ozzy says it's cap, but here's my thing, Ozzy. Say it is cap. What kind of disrespect you don't respect to go to your husband? So there was a Jimmy Carter's funeral. No show.
Right.
The inauguration, where she should have been, because all the presidents were there and all the wives. George Bush, his wife, Hillary Clinton and her husband. Bill was there with his wife. She didn't show up. The disrespect of that. You can't say that who it is, because you came up with the term, the coin, when they go low, we go high.
We're going to touch on that.
Yes, sir.
We're going to touch on that. Mm-hmm. So I got a couple videos we're going to go through. And we're going to react to the comments. I can tell you some of the comments, even on the videos I've been watching, they actually been going in on Michelle, not President Obama. They've been going on Michelle. And these are females going in on her for not showing up. But I'm going to start off with this one, because this is the one Anton started off with by a TikToker / YouTuber, Outspoken Dan Wooden. So he's the one that started off. He's from London, so don't mind the accent. It ain't us.
Breaking right now, an extraordinary mystery developing over the state of President Obama and Michelle's marriage. Now, there has been a huge amount of speculation as to what exactly is going on after Michelle first missed the funeral of the former US President Jimmy Carter. Some folks said that was because she didn't want to have to sit next to Donald Trump at the event. But then the announcement that she was also going to be skipping Trump's second inauguration, something she didn't do, remember, back in 2017. Now insiders are predicting an Obama divorce announcement. And I want to bring you this exclusive reporting from Jessica Reed Krause, who is the author, very well connected. Should point out she is a Trump and RFK junior ally, but a very well connected cultural journalist who publishes the House in Habit Substack. And she has reported overnight, the question now isn't if, but when. If I had to guess, they will wait until after the inauguration to announce it. Timing, you know, is everything. And yet the story doesn't end there. For months, I've heard Jennifer Aniston's name tied to Barack. At first, it seemed ridiculous, but the rumors have remained steady among New York and LA circles. Yesterday's DMs, that's someone who is one of her sources who has communicated with her directly. This is something Jennifer publishes often. He's with Jennifer Aniston. My old manager, now a friend, is connected to her inner circle. At a gathering with Jennifer's friend, the affair came up casually. Jennifer herself admitted it. They were sitting with a psychic, which makes it sound surreal, but it's definitely not a secret among her closest friends. Now, Jessica goes on, if this is true, it changes everything. The Obamas have been a symbol of stability and grace for years. A revelation like this would completely shatter that image. And for someone like Michelle, who spent her life embodying tradition and loyalty, it must feel like an unbearable betrayal. For now, it's all whispers, but the whispers are getting louder.
So look. I mean, the thing is, say it ain't true. She criticized Trump last year so much about the inauguration and not showing up when he lost and things like that. And so that seems hypocritical. If you're gonna criticize a guy for not showing up and then you do the exact same thing. You wasn't there for your husband. You're supposed to be there for the support of your husband. Remember, Obama said his position transcends personal belief. It's his position as the president and former president that transcends all of that. And she was the same one that said, go against your husband. Your husband wants to vote for Trump, divorce him, leave out. She was saying all that crazy stuff, back then. So that's the thing. And as we know, we don't know, we did a show on it. We were not the first to break it, but we did a show previously. Obama likes that lighter persuasion.
Oh, he was a snow bunny lover. Don't just say like. The last few girlfriends before he dated Michelle, which was a fluke, that's all he was dating was snow bunnies.
That's all he dated. He dated white women.
Let's be real now.
He was engaged to a white woman before Michelle, and she didn't want it, So he was engaged to a white lady. So don't put it behind him,
Right. I mean, he is half white, you know what I'm saying? So
right. Yeah,
it ain't too far out the realms when you already a little mixed up, like they try to get us on, you know what I'm saying? It ain't too far out the realms. Is it considered snow bunny hopping when you half white? I don't know. You gotta tell me.
He's really just going back home. He's coming home again.
Halfway home, maybe. I don't know.
Back home. That's
but I'm gonna go ahead and play this next video because it kind of adds to it. Was Fox News said kind of similar to what you were saying, but I want to go ahead and play that real quick.
Obama will not be attending the inauguration.
One of the people who's not going to show up is Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama.
She was the one who preached about unity and norms and standards. When they go low, you go high. It only appears that she only does that when she wins. When you don't win is when you see the character of a person.
If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
She should show up. She's a former first lady.
This is the holiest day of politics. It is the transition of power. You have to respect it.
She's disrespecting the transition of power.
It's about the office, and you got to respect it.
I suspect she's a bit of a selfish person who doesn't want to put country ahead of herself.
She seems a little angry. She might be, I don't know.
So filled with hate, she is refusing to go.
Donald Trump and his wife Melania did not attend the inauguration of his successor.
He will be the first living president in 150 years not attending his successor's inaugural. Nor did Melania Trump invite Jill Biden during the transition for a tour of the White House living quarters, as Michelle Obama did with Melania 4 years ago.
All right, so there you go. Other people are calling out the same thing you're calling out. They're a little bit disrespectful.
But here's the thing. I got to say this, though. Those same people, if you're going to call out Michelle, you got to call out Trump because he did do the same thing.
Right.
Or did not do the same thing in a sense. He didn't show up to the inauguration. So if you're going to have that much vitriol for Michelle Obama, you got to have the same thing for Trump.
And I got a video to accentuate that as well. I gotta, if I'm going to play the left, I got to play the right. I got to call it down the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I got somebody else that's going to speak for Michelle Obama's behalf, fellow Marine. You know, he's a speaker in politics, and he has his own YouTube channel, Jesse Dollamore. Please go subscribe to his channel. He gets out real good content. Well, I'm going to play his response to all these naysayers.
continues to miss the moment. You would think of all organizations and employees within these organizations that would get it, it would be people who reported on Donald Trump for four whole years, or longer than that, relative to his campaigning, who have been around, who know the character of Donald Trump, who know the history of our country. Because these headlines about Michelle Obama not attending, like this one from the Washington Post, I'm not going to read the article here, but I got the CNN one here. Michelle Obama to skip Trump's inauguration, breaking with tradition. Oh, Michelle Obama, how dare you, madam, break from tradition. Oh. After all, here, I'm going to put up a photo of Donald Trump from the 2020 inauguration, the 2021, January 20th, 2021 inauguration of Joe Biden. And look at Donald Trump and Melania there, just cavorting with everyone there and having a good old time. Just kidding. Image not found, because Donald Trump refused to attend the inauguration of Joe Biden. He refused to attend. He's the first loser of an election, of a presidential election, to not attend the winner's inauguration. Did not take part in the peaceful transfer of power. In fact, everyone knows, we all witnessed it. Not only did he not participate in the peaceful transfer of power, he incited a deadly insurrection against the country, a failed coup attempt, an attempt to overturn the results of the 2020 election. So it would be him being re-inaugurated on that day. But the media has the temerity. They have the absolute shamelessness to post headlines about Michelle Obama breaking with tradition. This is the CNN article.
I'm going to let that slide right where it is. I could let him go on for the other 8 minutes, but I don't think he needs to. So it's kind of hypocritical of these news agencies and why they're pointing out that Michelle didn't show up and how shameful it was. But at the same time, Donald Trump did the very thing they're making fun of her for 4 years prior.
The issue is this. I'll tell you what the issue is. It's like if I'm an OnlyFans model, and then you say,
Lord, why we got to go through all these extremes? Michelle Obama will never be, nor would she qualify to be an OnlyFans model. I don't think anybody.
No. Just listen to me. If I'm an OnlyFans model and you see me at the strip club or you see me doing that, you're like, yeah, he's an OnlyFans model. Now, if I'm a pastor of a church and you see me there, then it's a little bit different. Am I right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So we know Donald Trump is kind of crazy. We know what he's going to do. We know.
So it's excusable because he's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, no. I'm saying. So the
I got you right there. You said yes.
No, he's crazy. So we expect crazy things from him. But the difference is, Michelle Obama was, they kept portraying themselves as we better, we on a higher standard. And when you keep saying you on a higher standard, people are going to hold you to that high standard. And that's been the issue. So I think some people put in the chat, that's the inauguration, but why didn't she attend the funeral?
Well, they said she was on vacation. She was actually in Hawaii at the time when he died, and it was unexpected. Yeah, I'm sorry.
They make planes, man. There's a such thing as an airplane.
I understand that, but hey, when I'm in my sanctuary of peace, why would I want to go to chaos?
Because as a person, all right. So what if everybody say, well, we was
so let me just say this. I truly believe that whole situation, when they go low, we go higher. That shit is over with. She just being petty because it's a combination of it's a combination of her going for Kamala Harris for the election and her not winning after all she tried to do to bolster this woman into the presidency, and she didn't win. So call it being a sore loser. Then it's a whole thing where, unfortunately, President Carter passing away right around the corner, the Trump inauguration and everything else. She's like, I'm just done with it. She gonna be petty as she wants to be. She gonna let her true essence of being a black woman come out.
You know what happened? You know what happened?
That's what I'm saying.
I know we on vacation, Michelle.
Right.
We got to go to the funeral. And you know what she did, right?
She cussed that ninja out with the hair rolling and everything. Hell yeah.
You know that's what she did.
Hell yeah, she did that. All of that.
Out of it. And you know, I think she's from Chicago, ain't she?
At least that's where they met.
I
don't know if she was born and raised, but you know.
Don't be telling me where I got to go.
Right.
So, but here you got to set all that aside, man. You, especially, you know, if you say that they hold us to a higher standard.
But why do we have to be held to a higher standard? Why do we always have to turn the other cheek as a culture? Why are we the ones having to kind of like rise above a situation? That's why I never understood that.
Because
I mean, even if you wanted to be the most religious person in the world, the most religious person in the world would say, well, Jesus says, turn the other cheek. One motherfucking time it says that. He doesn't say if you get slapped in the other fucking cheek, what the hell you supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it's like, nah, all gloves, all kitten gloves. By the way, you got your Ohio State shirt on, sir. Congratulations on your champion.
Right. That's right.
I had to go grab my flag. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what's about to happen with the NFL, right? You know what's about to happen with the NFL, right? Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Kansas City about to win now, all that. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to let y'all know where I stand.
The problem is, it's because it's not a lot of us. And so those, because it's not a lot of us, that small representation represents everyone.
So we have to rise above and set the example for the whole world to see, to say that we're better than those low-hanging fruit of the Republican Party or whatever party, or just YT people in general. We always have to be 10 times better in order to get the job. We have to be 10 times as humble when we do something that excels above everybody else, right?
All right, but hold up. Everybody went. Look, let's say that.
I'm not defending her. I'm not defending her. Don't put me on that side. Don't put me on that side. I ain't defending her.
And then the same thing, if he didn't do anything to Michelle Obama, if anybody shouldn't have went, that'd have been Hillary Clinton. Lock her up. She this, she's that. That would have been the person that you didn't go. But she even rose above it and said, you know what? And I appreciate Orlando. Yes, baby. We in it. It was a long journey to get there.
I have another black woman that kind of looks like Coretta Scott King, but that ain't her. But I'm here.
That is very strange. That, like, when he walked out by himself, I went, okay, this is now getting weird. Where actually is Michelle Obama? What is going on between Michelle Obama and Barack Obama? Are they even living together? Have they not been together? We did obviously see them during the Democratic National Convention together, but these are two significant events that she has missed. So it's entirely plausible that she's sick, and it's entirely plausible that they are separated. Now, Obama did issue what people thought was a very late birthday tweet, and I think in large part people thought that he's only doing this because people are noticing that he's not posting a birthday tribute to her, and he tweeted this. He wrote, "Happy birthday to love of my life, Michelle Obama. You fill every room with warmth, wisdom, humor, and grace, and you look good doing it. I'm so lucky to be able to take on life's adventure with you. Love you." Okay,
is that
great.
A bonnet?
We appreciate that, but here is what the media is saying. They're saying that the noise is getting louder. According to a report, apparently she was furious to see that Obama was yucking it up with Donald Trump at the Carter funeral.
No, she has her hair in a braid with her hair tied
that
around
Michelle
it.
has been checked out of life in Washington, D.C. since leaving the White House in January of 2017, following Barack Obama's second term, and also noted that despite the fact that Obama's main home is in the Colorama neighborhood of D.C., which is a property that they purchased together back in 2017, Michelle Obama reportedly spends the majority of her time at Martha's Vineyard, where they own a massive oceanfront estate. Yeah, the people that tell you all about climate change inevitably always tend to buy these massive, and in their case, $11.75 million oceanfront estates. Go figure. That same source added that Michelle Obama is rarely in D.C., while others noting that when she was there last summer, it was without Obama, and she appeared happy and she appeared content. So it is plausible that they are just living two separate lives, and because they're, former first lady and president, they feel as though they can't get divorced on paper. They're happy just living two lives apart. In a 2022 panel, we should also note here that Michelle confessed that she had harbored resentment toward her husband for nearly a decade. And she said, quote, "People think I'm being catty. It's like there were 10 years where I could not stand my husband." It's quite a strong quote, and that's quite a very long time not to be able to stand your husband. I wouldn't be able to stand not being able to stand my husband for even a minute. So 10 years sounds like a very long time, and that's a very strong statement.
Wow. 10 years of straight up hating your husband.
You know what she said to him. You know this. Hold up now. You know this is a black woman who would say something like this or would do this. I'm just going to show you real quick because they don't go together. They don't. Michelle Obama tells women, defy your husband who don't listen. And what they going to listen about? So if your husband says, I'm going to vote for Trump, she says, defy your husband. Your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, and we as women become collateral damage. So she says, defy your husband. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
I think she was talking to those YT women that just wanted Trump because he was Trump.
I'm just saying, she telling them just defy her. You can vote in secret. You ain't got to tell your husband.
Let's talk about the D word for a second, the divorce word. Okay. If that was to happen, hypothetically, if that was to happen, it would set such a precedence when it comes to ex-presidents and their wives. They would be the first couple to ever that was the president, the top couple in America to divorce. There is no divorce from presidents past and prior to them that have filed for divorce even after they've left the White House.
And I've tried to say this before, man, and I think Anton brought up a good point. He said that usually when you become in position of power, whether it's a CEO or anything like that, they look for married men. The reason they look for married men is because it shows stability. It shows that you can commit. And so that's why there has not been a president who wasn't married. Think about it, at least in my lifetime or go back, they're all married because it shows some sense of stability. Right. And, they say, because basically if you can't pick
you can't run your own household, you can't run no goddamn government.
Exactly. And that's why I think Lindsey Graham, he ain't going to never be nowhere because nobody ever seen him with a woman. Nobody ever seen him with anything. So he's not going.
I mean, there was rumors with Lindsey Graham being in some kind of like play or something back in the day when he was young and some Speedos or I don't know, bro. It was it was either him or Mike Pence, one of the two.
So you think when you think of presidents, think about Jimmy Carter. I mean, him and his wife was married for what, 75 years or something crazy like that.
Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer, man. That man grew up harsh. Man. You know what I'm saying?
They made it. So the thing is, you never seen them get divorced. And even I got to give it to him. Hillary Clinton said, "Stand by your man." She ain't care about it. She's like, "Look, this is a business." See, that's the thing. When you understand that marriage is a business,
correct.
That all that other stuff. Look, you do what you want to do, Bill. We're gonna stick this together. Women don't, our culture don't do that. We get mad and we mess the bag up. Who messed the bag up, man?
Tear the bag up. Matter of fact, stop the man's ability to continue to make money is how much they jack shit up.
Crazy,
But hey. I've given you the more formal type of rebuttals. Now we gotta get ghetto. We gotta hear what the sisters now in the hood are saying, or the ones that aren't necessarily so prominent in society. Here you go.
First of all, you're not about to tell me that the Obamas is one of the next big disasters happening in 2025. The fact that they may be getting a divorce. Listen, I don't know where y'all be getting this information from, but that type of shit, I need receipts. That type of shit, I need actual facts. Not her not showing up to a fucking inauguration beside him because she has a whole lot of stuff going on in her life as well. She could have been out the fucking country somewhere doing the Lord's work, okay? So don't say because she wasn't at his side at a fucking inauguration to a president that she don't even support. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm seeing too many little posts about speculation that Barack is with Jennifer Aniston or messing around with Jennifer Aniston. Listen, again, I'm coming to you as a woman. If the Shade Room or TMZ does not post this information, it's not true. The Obamas themselves will have to come out and say it if it ain't on TMZ in the Shade Room. I don't want to hear it. You're not about to tell me that the next natural disaster that we're going to have in 2025 is the Obamas separation. We're not going to do that.
I did not know those two organizations were the end all to be all for verifiable truth. TMZ in the Shade Room.
For black people, it is. If you don't see it on TMZ, it never happened. It never happened.
That's wild. That is wild. Those are the only two verifiable sources that you can go with.
But see, this woman said something. What I've talked about, she said, "Oh, just because she don't support the President Trump."
Mm-hmm.
And they always said, even Obama, you support the office
correct
of the presidency. That's where the problem comes in. That's the office of the presidency.
But see, again, black women will give another black woman a pass. They'll make up excuses. They'll make up reasons why it was okay for her not to be there. And that, you know, it's no big deal for them not to show up.
But we ain't talking about the elephant in the room, man.
What? Well, drop the elephant. Where's she at? How big is she?
The elephant is. What if Obama go to the white woman? What they gonna say about it?
Oh, well, wait a minute. Let's go ahead and peruse some of these. Let's go peruse some of these options. You know, Jennifer Aniston is, you know, that's a nice picture. Look at the document they got sitting there. They're sitting there reviewing the divorce papers.
They happy.
And they laughing. He laughing his ass off. He's like, yeah, I done made my money. I done got the woman I need. You know, I can go ahead and sign these papers and go and die happy.
But my question is, why would they put, you know, why are they putting with Jennifer Aniston? I mean, is
that a bad choice? I mean, seriously.
No, I'm saying,
but again, this has been in the tabloid since, you know, this is a tabloid that's In Touch magazine has been talked about since October of last year. So it's nothing we're bringing up that hasn't been talked about already, but it's just coming to light anymore. Oh, Nagmeezy, what you doing, man? Salute. And he said Barack Buttercolored self better hold on to. I can't with you, bro. I can't with you. Oh shit, I put the wrong background. Back up.
But all right, so let's talk about this.
We're gonna open up the panel in a second. Don't worry about it.
Who would have a better chance of getting a new person, Barack or Michelle?
I mean, ninjas. I'm sorry, ninjas are gonna be ninjas. Michelle got her own money, so a ninja will just want to get tied with her for clout. A ninja will want to get tied up with Michelle, but Michelle will be the one that will probably deny half of them. She'll probably keep a Stedman like Oprah does versus getting married again. By the way,
running the family. Let me see something. Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna put some background music.
So it ain't this ain't new for them. This is not new. Let me see if I can get some images.
Yeah, we had all that documentation from the last time we did this What If, and it was if Obama had married a white woman, would he have made it into the office? And I know my brother Nagmeezy got some problems and complications with that shit.
It looks like the here go the one, the tall one, the first one, it looked like she want to be like her daddy. Then maybe the other one don't want to be like the daddy. But let me show you.
The older one, I think she's already dating a white man.
Got her a little white man. She got her a white dude.
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to be just like my daddy. He said, I got him one. Found love at Harvard. Found love at Harvard, boy. She got it. Now the other one looked like she got her a thug over here. She got her little thug. She got that thug in her a little bit, like her mama. Look at that. That's her.
Oh, what is he? An athlete? I mean, what is he?
Let's see who he is. Reportedly dating. That was Clifton.
Because it looks like he got a basketball uniform on right there.
Clifton Powell.
He cleaned up right there. He cleaned up real nice. I can't get behind the dreads, man. My grandson's got the dread thing going on. Or the twist. I'm like, bruh. Come on.
You know, so it looked like she went right and one went left. So,
Isn't that usually the way it goes?
mhm.
You know what I mean?
So, my thing is, how did it get to them saying it was a salute, LJ? How did it get to the point where they were saying it was a white lady? That's what my thing is.
I mean, they seen them together somehow. I guess they know of each other. Jennifer says she knows Michelle more than she knows Barack. But I mean, if you in the same circle, you're in the same circle. You ain't gonna just say I know one person not better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a playoff,
Crazy.
of words. You know what I'm saying? But we're about to open up this panel here in a second because we're already 30 minutes in.
You gonna play some more real quick?
Yeah, I got one more, and that's from a white lady and their rumor mill, and we'll go ahead and play that one.
Absence, both at Jimmy Carter's funeral and at the inauguration, is actually because Barack might have something going on the side. I mean, again, I can't believe I'm reporting this as a completely rumor mill city, but again, when there's no information and the former First Lady says she's going to diss the funeral of Jimmy Carter because she's got an extended vacation in Hawaii and some scheduling conflicts, I mean, people start to ask some questions, okay? You know, you're like, okay, they got a real problem in their marriage, or maybe it's a health issue. I would say, you know what, if it's a problem in the marriage, she still should have gone to both events, just as an American patriot, and the fact that you were First Lady for 8 years. Have some class. I mean, I know she hasn't always shown that in the past, but like, this is history in the making. Come on, lady. Unless it's, well, what In Touch magazine would have you believe. Okay, so this is In Touch back in October. The truth about Jen and Barack. Michelle betrayed as Aniston steals her husband's attention. They're, quote, obsessed with each other. Power circles in Washington and in Hollywood can't stop gossiping. Yikes, that's quite a headline. So apparently the gossip was so strong back in October that Jennifer Aniston actually had to go on Jimmy Kimmel's show and say, no, it's not true. No. So she broke her silence about all those dating rumors between her and Barack, and she's like, it's not the case. I'm speaking the truth here. And she actually said, and I quote, it's untrue. There is no truth. I met him once. I know Michelle more than him. And so then Kimmel was like, well, you got anything going on with Michelle? And then she laughed and denied that too. But there's a gossip political columnist named Jessica Reed Krause who came out with a story today saying that insiders are predicting an Obama divorce announcement coming soon. That Michelle Obama's absence at Jimmy Carter's funeral raised a lot of eyebrows, but yesterday's announcement that she would not be attending Donald Trump's inauguration confirmed something is definitely going on between her and Barack. And I again want to reiterate that this is entirely hearsay, okay? I have no sources close enough to Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, nor Jennifer Aniston, to be able to confirm or deny any of this. It's amusing, I guess, but this is what happens in an information vacuum, which is why my advice to Michelle and to Barack is to just come clean and tell us what the heck is going on. And God forbid it's a health issue. We saw the same kind of rumor mill startup, remember, when Kate Middleton was going through her issues and people were asking, well, why isn't she there? Why isn't she there? This woman writes, it's disheartening, honestly. Michelle has always been Barack's most trusted partner, both personally and politically. I like them together. She's the steady force behind his image, his secret weapon. To imagine their marriage unraveling is a shock to the legacy they've built. And then she goes on to say, the question now isn't if, but when. If I had to guess, they will wait until after the inauguration to announce it. Timing, is everything. And yet the story doesn't end there. For months, I've heard she rides Jennifer Aniston's name tied to Barack. At first, it seemed ridiculous, like I said. But the rumors have remained steady among New York and LA circles. She got a DM yesterday. Quote, he's with Jennifer Aniston. My old manager, now a friend, is connected to her inner circle. At a gathering with Jennifer's friends, the affair came up casually. Jennifer herself admitted it. They were sitting with a psychic, which makes it sound surreal, but it's definitely not a secret among her closest friends. Huh. All right. So maybe Jack's right when he put out the other day, hearing Serious Talk, that the reason Michelle isn't at the funeral isn't that she wasn't invited, but that she and Barack are on the outs. Well, I guess I would add to that and say, you know what? I think the reason that she's not going to be at the inauguration actually has nothing to do with her despising Donald Trump, which of course she does, and perhaps everything to do with something else going on in her life, whether it be her relationship with her husband or lack thereof, or whether it be with her health, we don't know. But indeed, it's a mystery, because I would just say, look, you know what? Suck it up. You're the former first lady. You held that position in the White House for 8 years, so get your act together, suck it up, and do your duty. Go to the former President Carter's funeral. Go to the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States, and get over what's going on in your personal life, unless, of course, it really is something of the Kate Middleton fashion, in which case then I'm willing to forgive her. Otherwise, sorry, I don't have a lot of forgiveness. You're getting a divorce? Okay, so what? A lot of people get divorces. You're the former first lady. Show up, do your duty. Michelle Obama.
White lady telling her. Because what you're supposed to do, man. And see, this, I don't think a lot of sisters understand. You get married for life. Even if you ain't rolling together, sometimes you just say, like, all right, I'm gonna be in Hawaii, I'm gonna be in Martha's Vineyard, you're gonna be here. And I mean, that's how the Clintons do it. They basically live two separate lives, but they do it for the overall picture of it, for the legacy. See, sometimes we don't get married for the legacy. We don't get married for that long lasting to say, hey, this is, we stuck it out, we did it. Even though we don't have to sleep in the same bed, we don't have to sleep in the same house, but we're doing it for something bigger than what we are now.
Right. Well, it sounds like they're not staying in the same house. If she's living up in Martha's Vineyard and he's probably staying at the house in DC, sounds like they already got that agreement. But the whole thing is, you still need to keep put on airs for the public. You got to keep on that image for the public, which means you need to show up at all events that I got to show up to.
Yeah.
And you need to put that brave face on, like we're standing there as a united front, which we are. We just decided to live in two separate environments.
Crazy. I hope it's not true. That's going to be a sad thing if it is. But I still
be
don't
embarrassing
know.
Once again for us to break the overall run for presidents and ex-presidents in us filing the first divorce. That's crazy. By the way, the link is pinned to the top of my chat. We are in open panel mode. We always do about an hour on a hit and run. This is a hit and run lunchtime special. So hit the like button. If you guys want to add to the content, obviously you can come up, hit the link, and put your 2 cents in on this hit and run. If this is a viable rumor, or if it's just a rumor that maybe they're using to distract us from something else that's coming down the pipe, which we're going to talk about on Friday on Lion's Den. Talk about the first week of President Trump being in office and all the executive orders and the different changes that are already rushing down the pipeline. From the moment that he came in, even that night, he was already signing executive orders at the party in front of the whole crew.
Hey,
so,
I can claim my child on my taxes, but man, I know that's a great thing for them dudes out there. Because
man, for all the years I paid for my kids, I wish they had that law back then.
Look,
because I didn't get to claim not 1 year of 4 boys.
DR.
4 boys. I didn't get one tax break whatsoever.
And that's crazy because they get those earned income credits. They get that. Look, if anybody went to DR Columbia around March, April, May, this is what you see. You see there's one line to get on the plane. Then you see this line over here with wheelchairs. You think, where are these wheelchair people coming from? It'd be about 5, 6, about 10 wheelchairs ready to get on the plane. Now these people weren't like old people. They were everybody there who got a BBL.
Because they got that extra tax money.
They got that tax money that
Go
earned
get them surgeries.
Yep, went down there and got that booty lift.
Booty
so they
lift,
use
brand
that
new
money.
teeth, boob jobs, whatever it is, they going to get it.
And so guys been spending all that money. You pay your child support, and they still take advantage and get the credit for it, which is unfair. But we talked about this before to get back on track. Y'all don't understand Obama, man.
Big Gans, I don't know. What you mean? Why is it Barack's responsibility to keep her happy? Why isn't it her responsibility to keep Barack happy?
Man, think about this. You can become the president of the United States.
He's the prize. He was the president.
Yes. You can have the highest job in not the nation, in the world.
The link, Gans. Hit the damn link, Gans. I need you to come up and justify that statement, brother. And that means that you calling black women queens all day long. Come on, too. If y'all still up in here calling these black women queens and they disrespecting everybody.
And all they talking about is you got to keep your woman happy. Huh? That's crazy.
We lost another one. What you mean we lost another one? No, they lost another one of us. What you mean? If Barack goes back to snow bunny hopping, because you know he was a avid snow bunny hopper.
Yeah.
Before he met Michelle. All that got swept under the rug, obviously, for Congress and all that when he was running as a senator. You know, but Barack is a known bunny hopper. Was engaged to one. You coming in on the back end, but Gans, hit that link.
See if I
want to know how we're losing out and they're not losing out on one of our greats. I need a justification on that statement.
So here, just in case y'all don't know, if y'all didn't know, he was that, as they say, the bunny hopper. Here it is. Meet the woman meet the woman Barack Obama proposed to before Michelle. Now, that's him back in his white days. He had his leather
back in his white bushy hair days, right?
I think have a picture of where she is.
What they do with the picture? They don't whitewash the picture out. Where's the picture?
Man, what they do with that picture?
We had all this evidence when we were doing this last time.
We find it again. Yeah, he had the ring for her, all of that. Let me find her name. Yeah, he didn't date none of them. He didn't date the black women. They swept that all under, like, you know, and he proposed to the woman too.
Why? Because he's half Kenyan, does he have to go get a Kenyan woman? Tell me that, Paul. Why she got to be Kenyan specifically? Why can't she just be another black woman? She got to be Kenyan for real?
Let me find it. I got her now. Sheila. Here go a name for you. I can't even get this name right.
And it's going to sound all kind of YT.
Oh, yeah, this is Sheila Mayoshi Jagger.
Damn. Yeah, the Jagger alone says she's German. That's a German name. Might be Jagger. Jewish or something. Let's see what she German is. Jew. That's a possibility.
Here she is. She's a professor. Let me show y'all what Barack was liking back in the day before he switched over to some spice in his food. Here she is, right here. Let's see. Yeah. She got with him. Look. That was a picture of him. Look. She does Asian studies. I think she got a little Asian in there. Korean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so he went with
Dutch and Japanese. Dutch and Japanese. Where she meet Obama? Let me see if I can find Obama in her thing. Yeah. Oh shoot! In the 1980s, Jagger lived with Obama, then a community organizer in Chicago. In 1986, in the winter, boy, he went for it. Obama asked her parents if he could marry her, but they objected.
Oh, the white man shut him down.
Shortly after he entered Harvard Law School, Obama proposed to Jagger a second time, but she rejected.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy? Man, Obama got rejected by the white lady. He's scorned, man.
Wow.
So he asked the parents.
So this would be kind of revenge for him to go and get a white lady now, especially somebody like a Jennifer Aniston. That's like taking one from the white boys that would, jump on the opportunity to get a hold of a Jennifer Aniston. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Man, oh man. But see, she kept her mouth shut. She said the relationship was only made public several months after his presidency was over.
By the way, this is a continuation of what we did the last time. That's what you see on the screen. We did a show that said, what if Michelle Obama was a white woman?
She said, no, she's saying it was true. She right here saying it's true.
So
they got pictures of them together. Yeah, they got pictures of them. What you saying?
No, I was just showing the old thumbnail. Yeah.
Got pictures of them together. I think, and he wrote about it. You know, he had all them white women in his past.
Oh, we did a whole research paper on Drew. Come on, Drew. You were here for the last show. You already know. He is an avid white bunny hunter. But here's the thing. Here's the big thing. He's not a white bunny hunter if he's half white. Think about that. You still just dating within your own culture.
Yeah.
Y'all making the man sound like he confused.
So it's just, my thing is, what would his legacy be?
Matt Villainy said Jennifer Aniston is an old bitch. He needs to go to a JUCO and pick up a young one. Damn.
What did Obama date in college? It's crazy.
By the way, we're at 46 minutes. We are in an open panel. If you want to hit the link at the top of the chat, you're more than welcome to come in, add your 2 cents, whether this is a viable rumor, whether you think within the next year or two that the Obamas will divorce, or are they going to stay traditionally married like all the other presidents?
Let's see. Y'all saying that. Now here he go again. Her name is Guinevere. You know, if you got a chick named Guinevere,
she's straight white.
There you go. Back in the day, Obama with that leather jacket on.
Here you go with all these links, Drew. Yeah, we talked about that. Of course she's going to deny that publicly. Of course she's going to deny that publicly. We already talked about that. You're a day late on that.
Publicly. That's all you can do. What are you talking about? You can't say that.
Yeah, we talked about that one already, Drew.
So it's crazy out there. It is crazy out there. So I don't know. You know. Oh, brother, snow bunny. What's wrong with a snow bunny? Paul said I had my fair share of snow bunnies. What's wrong with a snow bunny?
What's wrong with snow bunnies?
Brother, you got me messed up. I'm international. I do not discriminate. I
might have married black woman, but I am not a discriminator.
As Umar would say, I'm going rice, I'm going spice, I'm going pumpkin pie. I'm hitting it all, brother. I am what they call international. In the words of Prince, I'm an international.
Hey, even ice creams have more than 31 flavors. Why can't we?
I'm trying to get all my licks in. So I had them all.
Damn. What a visual on that shit. What the fuck?
Shoot, I ain't mad at you. I'm international.
What's going on? No excuse. Salute. We got the link in the chat if you want to come in and add to it. My brother's down in Africa right now. I know he was hanging around HP Gone Global. They both in South Africa, partying it up. And we talking about Obama. Jumping to the snow bunny.
Sisters. Are you married to a sister then, brother? Are you married?
Here comes Big Gans. Hold on, Gans. If it's a woman who will embarrass a president, it would be a black woman. Exactly our point. Be a first black person or people, period, to get divorced. It'd be a black woman. I don't know what's going on with Gans. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I had to close that YouTube window. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We got you. You loud and clear.
Okay.
Look at you upgrading with your Wi-Fi mic, your Bluetooth mic. You ready for your next
trip? I got all this stuff. We over here working. We trying to get it on the level.
So what you saying? What you saying about black women and we should it would be a loss for us to lose Michelle versus Michelle to lose Barack. I said sorry sisters, y'all lost another one. Okay, I got you on that. I agree with you there. I agree with you.
And that's a big one. And what I was saying is, if she not happy with Barack,
who can she be happy with?
Who can she be happy with?
Right.
And regular guys like that. This is the president of the United States.
Top office.
Regular guys like us. If Barack can't keep her happy, what are we doing out here?
The leader of the free world for 8 years running. And you can't be happy with that, man? Man, come on.
And you can't tell me they don't know how to keep secrets, man, because y'all know Barack Obama smoked cigarettes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody ever seen him smoking cigarettes. That was the pact they had. Like, don't ever show him smoking, don't ever do that. So it's known that he smoked, but you'll never see it. So it might be known that he doing this thing, but ain't no pictures and no evidence out there. So he might be doing something behind the scenes that nobody can see.
Well, and then y'all said he was with a white woman before Michelle.
Yeah.
Wait, no, woman.
More than one
word, brother.
More than one.
Women.
Multiple.
Yes. Meaning all he dated was white women.
So dare I say that their marriage was just for the public eye?
It could be.
I won't say that. No, I think. Let me see how I read into it. He was working in law school and he had a choice. He was trying to volunteer somewhere, but he had some bills. So the law school he went to, so the internship that he got in the summer, she was actually his boss.
Yes.
And that's how they got hooked up. She was his boss and he started asking her out. So it might have been a power move.
Yeah, plus he was already set up for a quick run into politics. He had jumped right into the Senate seat, one term in the Senate seat. All of a sudden, he's being considered as a Democratic leader for presidency. Matter of fact, welcome LJ to the panel. But yeah, my nephew, Connor, was telling me about him when he first started running in Chicago. I was like, who the fuck is Obama? And he was telling me about him when I lived in Vegas. This is years ago. I'm like, I don't know no damn Obama. Who the hell is that? It's a weird ass name.
You gotta remember, you talking about how long ago? 15, 20 years ago? When did he start? 2006? It's a different time back then, man. There's no way. People say, oh, he could have been a president with a white lady. Nah, he couldn't.
Nah.
No way.
Nah. Yeah, you know what, Drew? I would agree with you there. If Michelle's mother was still alive, she would have checked Michelle and said, you need to get that attitude off your fucking chest. Exactly. And get some act right. She would have smacked the shit out of her and said, nah, this man is not the man you fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? Not him.
LJ,
and a lot of those women, a lot of those old school women, they're not around too much anymore.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Where you
Come on, LJ. You driving, man. Get your licks in. You muted right now. You gotta unmute yourself.
Nope.
You still muted.
I think you're connected to your car or something.
Yeah, do you have a car phone or something that's connected to? You want to hang up and call back?
No, I think he just needs to switch it. All right.
Them phones are funny sometimes when they connect to the cars.
Yeah, usually when I'm in my car, you would get feedback.
Right. And no excuse brings up a good point that was brought up by some other people on some other of the videos I saw that I didn't play. Cultural differences. Melania had several reasons to divorce Trump, but she followed code not to embarrass the office of the president. Exactly. Same thing with Clinton. Clinton got head right up in the Oval Office and had old Hillary, and still they married to this day. Mm-hmm. Why is it our women have such egos they can't overlook one thing for the position that man represents? Why is it like they have to be top notch HBIC, as they say? They call themselves head bitch in charge or whatever the hell they want to call themselves. What the hell did that come from?
And we say, okay, Barack Obama had a presidency 8 years, no scandals, not mixing any, unscrupulous activities or whatever, right?
No
But-
excuse. Why you got to make it an FBA tether thing, man? Come on, Steve. He called Barack a tether, and she all mad because she FBA. Stop it.
If they get divorced, that's worse than any scandal that he could have got into.
Yeah,
That goes down in the record books and breaks all kind of legacy that they could have built up together as a couple.
Right, because we never had a president that got divorced, have we?
What? No. And we talked about it earlier before you got on the panel. This would set to be the first presidential couple after even being in the office to actually file for divorce and separated. No president seated in the past or present have filed for divorce. And like old boy just said, if there was a big deal, like No Excuse said, Melania could have divorced Trump several times from some of the things he said, and obviously a lot of the things he's done.
Mm-hmm. And just thinking about this, her prime time could have been as soon as he lost the election. She could have been like, I'm out. But she right back there again. She started in 4 years and like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, we saw that air kiss that he blew to her when he was trying to do the inaugural speech. Yeah, he tried to dip up underneath that hat and barely got to her cheek just to give her an air kiss. Yeah, I saw all that.
Yeah, that I just think it's entirely different, man. There's egos in it, and you got to understand that sometimes and that's what I try to tell people, man. The position and this is how I can respect it. I know a lot of Indian people where I work at, and they got into arranged marriages, and people say, "Oh, that's so crazy." No, because what happens is they're marrying for a specific reason. They're marrying with their family. So when they're younger, this family says, we this kind of people, and we're going to meet somebody for our daughter, her son, and they're that kind of people. So they are marrying families in there. And so all that other stuff becomes waste because they're marrying for a future. They're marrying for something. And when I talked to one of them, I said, what about love? They're like, love come and go. You love them now, you love it, but now we're marrying for
fall
duty.
in, fall out, fall back in again, goddammit.
Mm-hmm. It's all duty. And when you do that, it has a whole different perspective on it. How many kings and queens? We call ourselves, black people, we call ourselves kings, and there go my queen. How many kings and queens married for love?
None, really. There's usually arranged marriage. There's usually arranged marriage for either peace, land, or, standing.
Yeah. I got a daughter for you, and you can be the Duchess of this, and you'll be that. It was all about that. It wasn't about love and money. It was about duty. And we lost that, man. That's why it's so easy for women to get divorced. It's like, why you want to get divorced? I don't feel it. Feel it? What do you mean feel it? So it just becomes that. You got that many, it's us. It's society. We lost that in society. I can't just name black women for that.
Jamie, you got to come with a little more oomph and vigor than this is stupid. What do you mean? Can you be a little more specific in your? Can you be a little more specific in your trollism? The link is at the top. You can always jump on the panel. We're good with that.
So, it's just different out there. It's just different. I just think if it does happen, man, not only get divorced, the divorce is bad enough. He go to the right side. Oh man,
what you mean? He already been there. He half white.
I'm just saying he go back. But
for me, not the right side. He get an old white woman.
You don't know it.
Oh, he ain't gonna get no old white woman. Ain't no man. Come on.
He get an old white woman. I mean, Barack, you 60 years old. She's supposed to be in her 40s.
She needs to be at least in her 40s. Maybe even younger. Just depends.
He ain't getting married again. He just, keep that on the side. Keep it on the side.
And like I said, if they get divorced and somebody wanted to kick it with Michelle, she would be keeping a Stedman. She would probably never get remarried. Now we got our boy back. LJ, let's hear your mic.
What's up, gentlemen?
Yes, we can hear you now. All right now.
How y'all feeling, gentlemen?
Good. Since you driving, man, we want you to go ahead and get yours in because we don't know how long you're gonna be available and sounding good. So go ahead.
I just parked. I got to the spot where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in a meeting in about 10 minutes. I got a little time to talk.
Okay.
I mentioned in Fearless chat, this would probably start the biggest crash out we've ever seen if they get divorced. Not just the so bunny part, but I'm just talking about they get divorced, period. It'll be nuclear. It'll be
nuclear on whose behalf? Black women of all societies. What's the nuclear bomb going to be dropped at?
I think it's going to be dropped here. I think it's just going to be dropped here probably in the West, period. You everywhere. A lot of people. Obama's pretty popular. Obama's a very popular couple.
Yeah.
Very affluent.
Yes.
They got a big social reach. I think if something happens, they break up. I think it would be even worse than what we see between Jada and Will. It'll be a totally different level.
Wow. Well, I can tell you this from the comments from some of the YouTube videos I've been watching. All the women, if this was to happen, would blame Michelle. They would not blame Barack. They would literally hold Michelle accountable for why she copped an attitude and walked away from that man.
Right. And I still don't understand this. Maybe the inauguration, bad. But why Jimmy Carter, man? That brother lived 100 years. He ain't did nothing. And he supported them. Jimmy Carter supported the Obamas, man. So why? I don't care if you're in Hawaii, so what, man? You got a whole life to change your flight and all of that. You flying free, basically.
That part too. Again, it came down to ego. We're thinking.
That's it. Typical. Sometimes our lovely ladies will display an attitude and a disposition where when they get in their feelings, nothing matters.
Yeah.
That's those black queens, as everybody says.
Lovely ladies.
They say you cut off your nose and spite your face.
Exactly. And just one more thing too, gentlemen. This is a type of Obama, whether you think he's a Tether or an actual FBA, whatever that is, but he's the type. Seriously, he's the type of man that most black women want.
Yeah, no doubt.
Here, man. When I used to be
affluent, wealthy, everything they want. He checks more boxes than most average African American males. And to see a black woman that looks
fumble
like
that bag, yes.
They're like, what
you mean? Columbia graduate, Harvard Law School graduate, president. And I used to hear these girls be like, man, look how he walked. You know, I guess he walked with a little swagger. They used to talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be something. You're gonna see so many videos, so many posts, news, art. This is gonna be something that people will talk about for a long time. And beyond just the political, the history side, having a living president, a president's wife, they go through divorce with social media.
First in history.
I don't. If you ask me to bet money on Jim, I don't think they will get a divorce because of that. But if they do, I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Now, like somebody said in the chat, if Michelle's mother was alive still, do you think this would even be talked about?
Wouldn't be an issue. I think you said earlier, Rona, she would have sat her down, told her what it was, dead. DOA would have never gotten to that point. She would have been at that funeral too. She would have been at Carter's funeral. She would have been at inauguration. She would have been at every single function. Going back to what I said earlier, he's the 1%er that every African American woman would want.
Unfortunately, Tether or not, welcome no excuse to the channel, because I know my brother gonna say something about the FBA, and I am too. But at the same time, he's still top cop when it comes to a black man being in office. What's going on? No excuse.
What's good? What's up, Fearless and everybody on the panel? How y'all
Man,
doing?
thanks for joining us. I know you in Africa, so I know the time zone change is ridiculous.
I just got back.
You just got back. Okay.
Yeah, I just got back. But yeah, man, it's like my man said, man. I don't think they would actually get a divorce. Maybe separate at the most. But I think it's cultural differences, man, and especially because you got to understand, like, people put a lot of pressure on Michelle to run. You know, she's FBA, so she she feels and sees a lot of the issues and relates to a lot of the issues people are still, you know, crying about and suffering through. And to be with a husband that had some power to maybe
The
change some of that,
ultimate power.
the ultimate power,
Yeah.
and I think cultural differences. I recently was on a stream with Zoe, and he was talking about cultural differences. And a lot of people were saying, like, I could date someone from a different culture. I don't have to date someone from my own lineage or blah blah blah. And I was like, if a situation arises, there could be a situation that arises where your cultural differences will come to a head. Now, most of the time we can avoid it, but as you know, Ronan, I got divorced, and when I drill down,
I mean,
when I
this is the
drill
first time
down
you
to a
actually
lot,
putting out there publicly. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because you
put
ain't
out a
never mentioned
statement. I put out a statement, but
real low key statement, if anything.
but
go ahead.
you know,
Sorry.
but when you drill down, like, it still comes to cultural differences. Even though she
Mhm.
was a Afro-Colombian and I'm a Black American, there's still some cultural differences that at least she couldn't, at least for her, couldn't really work through. So you know that's just kind of what I wanted to say about that, man. I think it's just some things she could probably look past cheating, but
Mhm.
if something that if if something that offends you, that offends who you are as a person, like culturally, some
Mhm.
people can't shake that. Some people might not be able to shake
Yeah, but what is Obama doing publicly to shame her? There's nothing out there in the news about Obama doing anything, misbehaving, out in the clubs, partying. Even with the whole Jennifer Aniston thing, it could be shunned off as it's just a rumor. Can't nobody prove shit. Because they ain't got no pictures of them together and nothing.
his views, his cultural views. She probably disagreed a lot with his policy, with his views. And I mean, the Black community, looks at Obama as a tether. I mean, I'm not going to be shy about that.
Well, he wasn't.
No, a tether is somebody who's like born in Africa, man. He was born in the United States.
He was born of African heritage. His father was a Kenyan. He was not an African. He was not a slave of America. He was a Kenyan, period. He's a tether. He has no association to American Black people beside for his skin tone. That's it.
Who doesn't? Wasn't he born in the United States?
Born in the United States doesn't make you a Black American. Born of slave heritage makes you a Black American. That would just be an immigrant. Here's the thing. That would be an immigrant.
I have to disagree with that, Ronan.
Hold on. That would be an immigrant coming to the United States, finally giving birth, just like we're talking about with tethered births here in the United States, calling them Americans, when they had no history, no suffering, no bloodletting of why they're associated to being Black Americans. You just moved here just to have a baby.
No historical.
That's not a Black American. We need to go through this again with the FBA.
Yeah, but you said Black Americans have some relationship to slavery.
We do.
Now, not my family.
Again, when you're not a tether, you can be a Black American born here of immigrants, whether it be from Haiti, whether it be from Jamaica, wherever, where y'all did not contribute to the slavery, to the freedoms, to the rights that were fought through the civil rights. Y'all didn't have nothing to do with that. You can still be a Black American because you immigrated here. I'm not taking that away from you, but you can't be an FBA without having some bloodletting from your ancestors that suffered being slaves here, that were brought here involuntarily. See, your parents might have came over here voluntarily to have a better life. Our parents were brought here by distress. There's a difference.
I'm talking about my ancestors.
Or just not an FBA.
I'm talking about my ancestors. I'm not talking about my mother, my grandfather, or my grandfather's father. But my grandfather's great grandfather, came from Spain. So we talking late 1700s, early 1800s.
You talking about one of the colonizers' countries? What the hell? Okay.
No.
Wait.
No.
Wait, let me finish.
He was a Moor. He was a Moor.
Okay, so he was a black Spaniard.
Yes.
Okay. So did he come from Africa before he went to Spain and then lived?
That we haven't traced that history back.
He did. Most likely he came from Africa, went to Spain because Spaniards did allow certain black people to integrate within their culture, and you did have mulattoes in Spain as much as you had them in American other cultures. But the same thing is, he came from Spain. Did he deal with anything to do with the slaves, or was he part of the colonizers?
No, he married a Native American woman.
Oh, hell no. I'm sorry, brother. You've been
and when I say Native American, I mean us being Native American. I'm not talking about that Mexican looking Indian.
Believe me, I understand what Native American is. We got two of them sitting here, but the whole thing is, you've been disqualified because he didn't come through the right way. Sorry.
So a tether is a black person who moved from Africa or the Caribbean
or any other place other than the United States through slaves,
and pretends to be a black American native to that country. That is not Obama. So you can't say he's a tether.
What do you mean?
That would be like maybe like his father. You could have said his father was a tether.
No, he's also a tether. He did not deal with anything with slavery.
No,
that's not a tether.
Wait, hold on.
Definition, man.
Why you gonna tell us? FBA's, hold on. Let no excuse talk, because he'll tell you right off the bat what it is.
You can say he's not an FBA, but you can't say he's a tether. You're saying two different things.
No, we're not.
Hey, Paul Miner says I got some.
All right, beat on your chest. Bring your machete up here, Black Man Travels. If you can talk, hit the link.
But I heard what's that dude's name on YouTube? He said there's no such thing as. He said that we all Native American. What's that dude, David? What that dude's name is on YouTube?
Don't say David Goggins. But no excuse. While he's talking, while he's thinking, go ahead.
No, a tether is not a black immigrant. I mean, because you know how Tariq defines it is you got tethers and riders. So the riders of the community are people that support that's basically on code with Foundation of Black Americans as us being the majority black group in the United States. A tether is somebody that cosplays as black, but to undermine the black community and to maintain anti-black racism. Hence not doing nothing for black people or people that cosplay as black, but then when they get to a certain level, they only want to benefit people from their lineage, whether let's say they're Jamaican or whatever the case, or African. They do things to benefit their community after latching on to blackness to get to where they want to be. So that's pretty much a tether in a nutshell. But not to dilute the conversation though. I see the situation too, like people like Candace Owens,
yes,
and it's other black people now like speaking up on black issues, and they have white husbands. It could come to some point where they start feeling the disconnect against their husbands, because now it's like now certain issues are coming to a head where it may cause some cultural differences within those relationships. So this is why, and then I want to get off the subject, but this is why I notice when I go to these foreign countries, and try to date their women, the parents are always weary of their daughters getting reborn, is because of the cultural differences. Because while we don't think issues may not come to a head, it could be a situation that could create issues coming to a head that we never foresee.
Mm-hmm.
I found the dude. If you ever listen to the dude, Dane Calloway, he swear that ain't no such thing as all the blacks is native.
Of course, that's what I believe.
Yeah, he said the slavery wasn't enough of them brought over here. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. You can't take a country away from natives that had already been here. You didn't discover shit. You just took shit over. So yeah,
he's saying that when they came here, that blacks was already here, the Africans was already here. That's here. But neither
I had a cousin. May he rest in peace. He said Marcus Garvey sent all those Africans back that came here on those slave ships.
Well, all I know is this: Obama got him a nice native woman, a snowboarding native woman. He said, "Forget all that." He said, "I don't care where y'all come from. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting exactly what I came here for." He said, "If it ain't white, it ain't right."
Damn. Why you gotta say that?
But think about it. I mean, really, what did he, besides being black, he really ain't really do a lot for black people.
I mean, that's a whole nother side discussion. We gonna stay on topic because I don't want to go that far off of it.
Yeah, let's not go that far.
Yeah,
plus we're about an hour and 15 minutes. We're gonna go another 5 minutes because it is lunch break, and we want to keep y'all going too long.
Right.
My thing is, I just see, man, what would this do for like the passport vote community? What would this do for brothers who just said, it kind of just goes with that whole stereotype, man. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter how high you get, how big you gone, that you just can't, if God can't satisfy him, man, what make you think you can?
Right. Black man travels. Why you got to take shots from the damn bleachers, man?
Are white women more loyal?
Ooh, man. I wouldn't say loyal. I wouldn't say
they know how to play their position.
Yes, I say that.
They know their role.
They don't overstep.
They look at the big picture. The big picture.
Right. The sisters want to be the boss.
Yep.
That's it.
And trust me. I know. Coming from a family, my mother is the youngest of 10 children, and 7 of those children were girls.
Hey.
And they all had that boss attitude.
Whew. Man.
I couldn't even imagine.
I bet it was hard for any man to date then. I know.
I wouldn't even want to be in the vicinity of all that.
Well, no, all their husbands were strong black men. And I had one aunt, she used to run her mouth. All her husband had to do was give her a look. And he shut up. She shut up.
Long as she knew.
Mm-hmm.
Long as she knew.
So what keeps Beyonce with Jay-Z then? Because he did what he did, and she don't seem like she has that type of attitude most black women have.
Can I say something to that?
Go ahead.
Real quick. Here's why. Because she can't find another Jay-Z.
Yeah, she can't do better. She got the top of the echelon.
She found her apex.
Yeah.
Found her
ain't no other hierarchy. You're right.
And that's it.
She got to the hierarchy. Ain't nothing who she gonna go trade up for.
So that just echoes what we said earlier about Michelle messing around with possibly maybe leaving Barack being the person that had the highest order of the planet. And if that man can't make you happy,
nobody can. Can I say last thing and I'm gonna drop out?
Go ahead.
This was Beyonce 15, 20 years ago. At her as attractive as she is, when she was at her most beautiful, she could probably find somebody else to replace her, but nothing against her. She's an extremely attractive woman, but at her apex back then, maybe. Now she won't be able to find somebody at that level to maintain the lifestyle that she's used to.
And even if she did find a man close to that apex of where that man was since she left, that man's going to look down at her and like, why would I deal with you when I have so many other options that have not been affected?
Well, let's
choose her?
Let's go with that statement that he just said. Let's take it over to Lisa Ray.
Oh,
Lisa Ray she just put out a statement saying that any man that tries to get with her has to make at least $500,000.
She was
for her
60 years old,
for her 60-year-old behind.
Yeah. And she's still attractive, and she's still attractive, but she never attractive. She was 30 years ago.
Attractive and alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She will have her
what she
occasional
is.
fuck boy, but she won't have nobody that's going to do anything other than, like I said, she'll keep a Stedman. Just like Oprah and Michelle. If Michelle was to get divorced, she would keep a Stedman, but she would never have nobody in the position that Barack had, or like Beyonce with Jay-Z.
Never.
Men like them at that level will never look at another woman that just came out of a situation with a man that's a colleague of theirs. Why would they? There's too many other women to choose from.
Exactly.
Man. Well, this was just a good, nice lunch break. We out too, brother. We appreciate you, LJ, for stopping in, coming to lunch with us. Appreciate
Give
the
y'all
snack.
some closing statements. If y'all want a closing remark real quick before we end this, we'll go ahead. LJ, you got yours in.
brother.
I had I'm just to say this, John. This is a great topic. Hopefully, over the next couple of weeks, we'll get some confirmation.
Exactly.
Might take a year or so, but yeah, we'll get something.
Now with social media,
that's true.
That's going to start to come out slowly but surely. It's going to start to leak out, and then they're going to have to say something.
Well, the rumors is after the inauguration, so that's over. So we'll see how many months after.
We'll see. Y'all take care, gentlemen.
All right, brother. Drive safe.
All right.
No excuses.
All right,
you
no
got something to say?
I just got a parting question, and I'll just listen to y'all answer it. When most of the time, women check out at a certain point. If she do want a divorce, when do y'all think she checked out?
She checked out when he was president, man.
Mm-hmm. That 10 years of hate. That 10 years of
Right.
saying she hated her husband.
Yeah. Maybe even, I would say this, on his run to be president.
That's why it's
he
10.
had to leave, he had to do that. She was already going there. I think she stayed. They brought the mama into the house. She was there helping out. But I think, that just wasn't her. That just wasn't her lifestyle, what she wanted. That was his
Remember, she
aspiration.
was already a boss babe. She was running a legal office. Barack was understudy to her. So then she had to take a back seat to somebody that she was in charge of.
Correct.
What kind of ego is that?
Mm-hmm. So she had checked out early on. Because remember, she said she put her career aside for him. So I hope that answered your question. Big Gans.
Yeah, I'll just go on to say, most of these modern career women, they don't want to put their career aside for a man. And like I said, she probably was just playing that role. And just like y'all said, her mother told her, this is what you do. So it is what it is. It's hard out here to satisfy a black woman. Trust me.
You ain't lied about that.
All right. Thanks for bringing me up. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
No problem, Gans. Anytime, brother.
All right.
Ronan, last departing words.
Yo, we appreciate y'all joining us. Y'all could have done anything during your lunch rush, but we appreciate y'all joining the Hit and Run lunchtime special on what if Barack Obama got divorced from Michelle? What kind of waves would it put throughout our community and worldwide? And we discussed them. Right now, this is all hypothetical. Nobody knows anything. Nothing's been confirmed or denied. More denied than confirmed. So I just put it to y'all. Keep a lookout, man. We kind of picked up on this earlier a couple months ago when we said, what if Michelle Obama was white? Something was in us. We had to notice there was something going on. Now it's even worse. She's missed 2 events. So she's starting to declare her independence from her husband and her responsibilities as a ex-president's wife, just showing up to different things traditionally as ex-president's wives should do. So it's just a matter of time before something happens politically where she's required to show up again. And let's see if she shows up. If she doesn't show up, that's 3 strikes, man. There's something else going on and nobody's talking about. And we might be going down that right rabbit hole. Now, up until then, nothing can be proven or denied. This is all just hypothetical at this point. So we appreciate y'all spending your time with us during lunch. Hopefully y'all have a great day. Tomorrow we're going to have Thursday night therapy session. And then Friday, we're going to check in on Lion's Den And Lions Den is going to be all about the first week of President Trump being in office and all the different changes. Over 100+ executive orders signed and what all that means. We're going to go through all that.
Yeah, just let you. I'm gonna do it real quick. Here's the thing, man. The presidency is a position. You got to play your position, no matter how you feel. The United States is one of the few places that even when you're no longer president, they still call you Mr. President. So that means it's a position that you have to go with, pull all that stuff aside. The sad thing is, I still don't know why she didn't attend some things. That has yet to do it. But as Rona said, stay tuned, man, because so far now, Trump signed something that said there's only 2 genders. Man, we're back to 2 genders again. We went from he, she, they, what, I could be it. Now we're back to 2 genders again. So tune in.
Somebody going to crash out before Friday. I guarantee you that.
No more DEI. They got fired. DEI, you out of there. We told you it was going to happen. So thanks you guys for joining us. Get a quick bite. Like he said, you could have been anywhere for lunchtime, but you chose to spend it with us. We appreciate it. Until tomorrow, we out.
See you.
Hit that like button, man. Hit the like button and sign.
At least.
Subscribe. Yeah.